and welcome to my channel. My name is Laura and we're currently living in Jersey City, but my husband and I have been having this dream that we want to try to see if we like Miami more. So we're actually in Miami right now and we're gonna tour a bunch of buildings. So come along with me to do that. So this is the first building that we toured. It's in Brickell and we actually got to meet the owner of this apartment. This apartment was really nice, but it was a little bit small for us given that we both work from home and we have to add 2 desks into either the living room or the bedroom or literally anywhere else. But as you can see, there's not much room in here, there's not a lot of lighting as well, and the closet was pretty small, so we decided to not go with this one. This is the next apartment that we saw. It's in the same building. This one is facing the ocean, which is really nice. Someone was living in there, which is a little bit uncomfortable to see that guy's messes, I guess. But otherwise, this apartment was pretty nice, pretty spacious. We love the view from the outside. Now, this is the third apartment that we saw in the same building. We didn't love that it had a rug, but otherwise, I think I remember it was like pretty good sizing wise, and the view was decently nice. I think it was like on the higher floors. Now, this is their amenities. The amenities were pretty good. The gym was pretty good for how small it was. It actually had quite a lot of machines for those of you who are interested in that. It felt a little bit cramped, but otherwise it was pretty good and the price was decently good as well. Nice part is that it had a sauna and a steam room in the lockers of the gym, as well as the shower, as you can see, which was a really nice touch. They also had a little office space where you could work, and these are the 2 pools that are part of the building. They were decently big, they were pretty clean, and they're very quiet. I felt like the people here were kind of like all ages. Now, here's the second building that we saw, which had a very interesting lobby, quite unique, I should say. And the view for this apartment was really nice. It was on the lower side of the floors, but it had a really beautiful view right on the river. And it was very spacious, very like white and clean looking. I like that. The amenities are very modern, and I love this beautiful bathroom. The shower was also really great, and the balcony was like pretty long. It was going from both the bedroom and the living room, as well as the walk-in closet, which is already pre-built, which is a very nice touch, and I feel like it was really nicely organized. Now here's the third building, and the views from here are quite insane. That one was the one facing west, and the apartments were really nice. They're all coming with a 1 bedroom, 1 den layout. There's no like just 1 bedroom, I believe, in this building, and this is a build-out closet, but the normal apartments don't come with that. This was just something that they put together for viewings. But I like the double sink and the washer dryer were in the bathroom. I like the tub as well. And this is the den that I was talking about. It was like quite spacious in most of the apartments. We saw two different layouts, but it was nice if you want to just put a desk in there. And for us, like, you know, if we would get this one, we would have two desks in that room probably. And the kitchen is nice and spacious. The appliances are brand new, and I like that it had an island. This is the guest bathroom. Probably the most unique feature of that was that it had a wine bar, which is incredible. This is the second apartment that we saw. It had the same layout, but it was facing the water, which is insane here. I think we are on the 75th floor. And for me personally, this is like way too tall. I don't want to be just in the sky, kind of like not seeing anything and anyone around, but the layouts are just so nice and the views are incredible. Now this is their amenities. The gym was huge and it had literally everything you could possibly need. And they also had a cycling room and a Pilates room, and they have like classes organized by the building every week. So almost like every day, from what the lady was saying, they have like organized classes, whether it's like Pilates or just like a Zumba workout, or it depends on the week. But they also have a really nice lounge area and two pools. Good morning, everyone. Today is day 2 of touring apartments. This time we are in Miami Beach and we are at Flamingo Point, where this is their entrance and it looks like a resort. We're really excited to tour different apartments, and we have to decide if we want to stay in Brickell or in Miami Beach, and they're both very different vibes. Here is more tropical, more resort feel, like the beach is really close by, so yeah, we have to decide if we want to have more of a city life like we're having now, or if we want to switch it up. And the good thing about this building is that they also have a Pura Vida right on the first floor, so that's a very Miami spot. So we're excited to tour it and see which one we like better. So like I mentioned before, this really felt like a resort. It didn't feel real, if I could say that. They had a lot of green plants around and a lot of grass, and the tour guide actually started us with the amenities, and the amenities were pretty good. You'll see them in just a second. But the pool was nice. It wasn't like too big for I think how many people there were in this apartment complex, but it was like pretty quiet. There were only a couple people there, and the gym was great actually. Like I loved all the features. I loved the colors of this gym, but it's actually separate from the rent. So this would be an additional, I don't remember exactly how much, but it would be like an additional, I would say $150 per person to join this gym. It literally had everything you could possibly need. And this is the view from one of the apartments that we saw, which was incredible. It was an apartment that was facing the bay, so you could see the waters and the yachts. The layouts were really big compared to like everything we've seen. They are modern, but this building is actually pretty old, but they just redid probably 90% of the apartment, I think she said. And everything is brand new. They have walk-in showers. Like I said, the amenities were really nice, but the apartments were even nicer, bigger. It just felt like more of a resort-like and a lot more chill than living in Brickell.
So we just finished touring the building and I think we loved it. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a beautiful building. Kind of felt like a resort.
Yeah, they had like a couple pools, jacuzzi, the gym, and they had like a backyard like place where they have a lot of like trees and walk paths and like a lot of like benches that you can like sit at. So it definitely felt like a resort, and like I showed you guys already, they have a Pura Vida, and the units are also looking really nice. So I think we enjoyed it. We just have to decide between Brickell and Miami Beach now.